I watched 21 Days, a found footage movie found for free on Tubi. And 21 Days is a movie about this small group of friends who wants to make a documentary. There's a haunted house in California. I don't know exactly where in California because I don't know the geography of California at all. But there's a haunted house that multiple people over the years have left in the middle of the night. It's just been too scary and they leave, leaving all their belongings behind. Local tribal leaders are being accused of running people out of the area because they consider it their land and they consider it cursed land. So they try very, very willingly to get people off of that property. And they don't deny it. It's something that they are very open about. This crew decides that what they're going to do is, since no one has been in that house for longer than 20 days, even the people who have owned it, they're going to board themselves up in the house and stay 21 days, which is where the title comes from. And they're going to make a movie. They've got cameras set up all over the house. They've got permission from the bank, who currently owns it because the last person foreclosed on it. Nobody who actually lived in the house will talk to these people. That's a big part of the first part of the movie, is them trying to figure out what exactly happened here, and they can't. They can't seem to figure it out because nobody will talk to them. They're all too scared. They rig the house up with the cameras and spooky stuff starts happening immediately. Like there's no time. There's no build-up time because usually in these, you get build-up. You'll have the Paranormal Activity style of, something a little spooky happens, but it's not going to be too big. And then the next night, something a little more spooky happens and you get the build-up. That doesn't happen here. That's just stuff starts rolling off of chairs and getting teleported like immediately. And they seem pretty excited about it, honestly. I guess that they're not too worried about debunking it. They're more interested in just staying it out now. There was this thing that I noticed in the movie, and I won't get too far into this movie because honestly, it's not great. But there's this one part where the guy's scared and he keeps hearing noises. And so he keeps whooshing and whooshing and whooshing the camera around. And so every time when he goes, whoa, and he turns, the camera makes like a Super Sentai kind of noise. It made me so happy. It was really funny because the sound design in the movie is pretty good generally. And then all of a sudden you've got this Sentai style sound effects. Yeah, that kind of thing. And I don't think it was intentionally funny, but I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. People start going nuts. The girl starts losing it first because she wants out. The guy won't let her leave. The main guy has a gun with him that he brought for safety because they were interviewing all kinds of weird people. But now he uses it against these others, refusing to let them leave the house and take the boards down until the 21 days are up, because otherwise it would be a waste of money. And so everybody starts going a little bit insane. And that's pretty much what the movie is. In my notes, I was just looking at my notes. In my notes, I actually have written down as the last note, boring ghost shit. It's pretty much that. If you've seen one, you've seen them all when it comes to this kind of spooky haunted house stuff. This ghost is a little more bold than some of the other ghosts, but it's just kind of your run-of-the-mill ghost stuff. It's not all that interesting. Because of that, I give 21 Days a 1 out of 5. It's competently shot. It's not a bad premise. If you overlook some of the really obvious things like people having cell phones and whatnot, I mean, I just call for help. just wait until the crazy guy was asleep and call 911 on my cell phone because he didn't confiscate it, but whatever. I'm not in the house. It's not a great movie, but it is out there on Tubi to view if you so desire.